Jersey Locker. Our team is Connor Burns, Connor Dykes, Joe Bornero, Tyler Hansen, and me, Justin Andrews, and we are an authentic jersey rental company.
So recently, me and my business partner Justin went to a Bears game this season, and when we arrived at the Bears game, we realized that more than half the people in the stands didn't have Bears jerseys. We also came to the conclusion that more people who wear jerseys are most likely to support their team than people who don't. After the game, me and Justin realized that jersey prices are way too high, and this is why people didn't wear them that much.
So through research, we found that authentic hockey jerseys cost up to $210, Bears jerseys cost up to $150, and special editions Cubs jerseys can cost all the way up to $260. And for casual sports fans like ourselves, it seemed crazy to spend this type of money on a jersey that we may only wear 1 or 2 times to a watch party or a game. So through problem interviews, we also found another problem. A lot of people have unused or unwanted sports jerseys just sitting around in their closet collecting dust that they don't wear anymore. So our company would solve both of these problems. How our company would work is we would take in people's unused or unwanted jerseys and we would hold them as inventory for a period of time. From there, we would rent out those jerseys to customers in need. Each time we rent out the jersey, we would give a commission back to the jersey owner.
So our first customer segment includes sports fans between the ages of 18 and 35 and have a household income lower than $100,000. And then our second customer segment is sports fans who have a surplus of jerseys and that are willing to rent them out so we can rent them out to other people.
Our total addressable market is $243 million because we plan on going nationwide, and our serviceable available market would be $45,700,000 because we plan on staying in the Midwest, and our market share would be 0.3% for $135,000.
So through research, we found that in this particular field, we don't have that much competition. One direct competitor with us would be Jersey Square, but as of now, they're currently not doing business because they couldn't come up with the funding for buying an inventory of jerseys. But we will not have this problem because, like we said, we're taking in other people's jerseys and using that as inventory. Another competitor of ours would be Played Against Sports because they sell cheap used jerseys, and our last competitor would be places like Dick's Sporting Goods where they have authentic jerseys.
Throughout our 5-year model, we'd be losing money in years 1 and 2. This is due to our technology costs making up 25% of our monthly revenue. Since we are a highly based technology company, we will be using the majority of the money we make towards that. However, through years 3, 4, and 5, we will be obtaining profit. This is due to us branching out towards the Midwest area, like Connor said, and in year 5, we'll be hoping to go across the whole United States. Our marketing strategies consist of social media, advertising at sports bars, and flyers or email blasts. We found that marketing through social media will be very beneficial for us because one of our customer segments, which is people from the ages of 18 and 35, most likely use social media, and this will be able to make our company will stand out better. As well as advertising at sports bars, this will be very helpful for our company because most people that go to sports bars usually go to watch the games as well as eat the food. And one time when our company went there for a business meeting, we noticed that many of the people didn't wear jerseys. And after watching some of the sports games, we were able to talk to some potential customers and find out that they would be willing to rent out a jersey. And finally, flyers and email blasts will be very helpful for our company because this will be able to keep our customers up to date, let them know what jerseys we have available and when there are certain games where they can rent out jerseys. For our COGS, we have $7, which is for our shipping of our jersey to the jersey owner and to the person that is renting out the jersey. We also have 99 cents for dry cleaning, which is after the jersey is worn. And we have 20% commission to the owner, which will be $7 since we are renting out a jersey for $35. Our SG&A cost consists of $5 per year for our domain name, $20 per month for our website, as well as $60 for decals, $15 for business cards, and $20 for flyers. And our other form of SG&A will be through our administrative costs, which is $500 to $750 a month through our shipping. Our tech costs, which add up to 25%, like I said before, we're a highly technology-based company, so this will make up the majority of our SG&A. as well as salaries, which we will be having in years 4 and 5.
We had two parts of our minimal viable product. Our first part was a landing page. This landing page allowed customers to go on our website and look at a mock storefront where we put up not only our own jerseys, but jerseys that we thought were more popular, and people would be able to go on there and click on the jersey and pull up a web page. This web page would then have a checkout section. They would check out, but then it redirected them to a different page saying that we are still currently in the works of building our business. But we added an email list there so they can fill in their email so we can notify them later when we actually start up. The landing page also offered the opportunity for people who have jerseys to fill out an online form which automatically sends us an email saying that they have a jersey or two that they want to run out, that they want us to run out for them so they can make money off of that. Our second part of our minimal viable product was a concierge service that we started in the local Barrington area. We would go around collecting local people's jerseys whenever they contacted us, and then we would rent them out in the area to, for example, local sports bars if we saw people without a jersey and they were watching a game, or if anybody we knew or anybody contacted us saying they were going to a sports event and they needed a jersey. What did we learn? We learned that controlling supply and demand was a lot harder than we thought. There would always be times where people would ask for a jersey, but we'd have to tell them and say, sorry, we don't have that jersey currently. And so our supply it's basically just based on what people want to give us. So our supply and demand, it's hard to control and balance that out. Another thing we learned that finding our customer segments was a lot harder than we thought. At first, we thought it was easy to contact our customers through social media, but then we finally evolved to more of where they actually are. So we went to sports bars, and we found that that is the main local spot of where our customer segments will be. How did our BMC change? Our BMC changed because starting off, we only had males who were casual sports fans, 18 to 35, but then we added to all casual sports fans, 18 to 35, because we found out that females are actually more percent of our company than males are, because females don't have that many sports jerseys, but they might go to a sports game on a date night or something like that, so they will be majority of our business. We also added sports bars in one of our customer segments because that is the main local hangout for all our current customer segments.
Our capital ask is $23,000, 2.5% of our business. Our startup cost is $5,000, including shipping, which is $1,650, and website development, which is $3,000, and stickers, which is $40, and flyers, which is $80, and business cards, which add up to $30. Our maximum cumulative loss is $7,538, and our liquidity cushion is $10,000. We are planning on selling our business to Dick's Sporting Goods, so we're not getting endorsers with a rate of return of 54% and money multiple of 8.0.
Again, we are a Jersey Locker, and
Where is your jersey?
Can you tell us the results from the MVP? You told us the process, Tyler, but can you tell us how many hits, how many people went to the landing page and said, yes, I want a jersey?
Our landing page had an average of 20 visits per week, and every week we'd get one or two people who would contact us saying like they'd have a jersey, but we sent an email back to them saying that we're not currently in business right now, so we just sent them like later. We'll get in contact with you later on because most of them were out of state, and we're not focusing on us out of state right now. We're mostly focusing within the Chicagoland area for the first 3 years.
Okay, time out. How many people went to the webpage total?
In total, I think there was 158 page visits.
And of those 158 people, how many went to the page that I want to place an order?
For the shop, I think around 50 went to the shop page.
So 10% conversion went to the shop page, which we could assume.
No, it's 158 to 50, it's 30%.
Yeah.
Right, 158 views,
Yeah,
50% shot.
yeah.
I thought you said 15.
Oh, no, 50.
50. Oh, okay. Yeah, 33% conversion rate. That's huge.
Yeah, and also like you asked about our minimum viable product, our original price was $35, but we found out that's too ridiculous for the local area, so we changed it to $7 a day. So then if they went to a sports game in a day, they'll just rent it out for a day and they'll pay $7. But we didn't keep that $7. We gave it back to the jersey owner because this was only a proof of concept.
So then tell us the results of the concierge service. How many jerseys?
Our concierge service, not including our jerseys, we had 5 jerseys that people gave to us, and then we rented out 3 jerseys.
And how about if you included your jerseys?
If we included our jerseys, we would have 15 jerseys then.
How did it work logistically? I mean, the problem I have with this is, getting the jerseys back.
Well, what happened, we just rent it out to like friends that we know and we trust because later on we're gonna change the credit cards. So we have credit card information. So if they don't return it, we'll charge them for an entirely new jersey. This is just all legal stuff that we'll get into later. But
In later years, the jersey person that's renting the jersey will have full liability for the jersey if they wear the tear stain.
The key is to make it so incredibly easy for them to put it back in a box and
Yeah.
get it back to you.
yeah, that's the thing is all of our shipping has return shipping included. So all they gotta do is keep the box or keep the label, just fold it back on the box, stick the label back on, and then ship right back to us.
Where did you guys get your dry cleaning costs for 99 cents?
Our dry cleaning costs were at a local Palatine dry cleaners that said it's about $1 for 15 if we do 15 pounds of dry cleaning.
Ah, okay.
So we just threw that in as the cogs because we're not sure how much jerseys 15 pounds are going to be or how many jerseys we're going to do at a time. But we're going to basically dry clean them all at the same
No, it
time.
just seems low, but if you're doing bulk, I guess.
Yeah, we're doing bulk.
I don't usually bring in 15 pounds at a time, so I don't know.
So you got an inventory management process you have to build. That's the key to success, one of your keys to success.
Yeah.
I would challenge you that you're a digital business. You don't want to have to be on the phone talking to anybody. So I think your technology costs are way low. Because the more you can get this done without anybody talking to anybody, the better off you're going to be. And to Brian's point, getting the shipping back, we've already figured out if they damage it, we're gonna zing your credit card. But how do you process that? It's like an ERP system you'd have to put together, but your ability to address that is also going to be part of your technology costs. So you just re-examine your technology costs. The $35 seems a little high. Where'd you come up with the number?
We use Cost Plus. So for the shipping, that's our main cost. Shipping back and forth would be $7, and then also we have commission back to the jersey owner, which is another $7, which is $14, and then from there, with the dry cleaning and everything, we still needed to make a profit, so our cogs.
So you worked backwards?
Yeah.
Okay.
We also kind of evolved in customer interviews from earlier this year. We interviewed a lot of people and they said that they were willing to, for a week, because it's a week rental for $35, people weren't willing to pay over $50 for a week rental. So we just brought it down to $35 because we're thinking that's the best price for them to rent it out for a week.
Was the price going to vary based on the player and the team? Because different, there's some are valuable, collectibles, all that. How is that going to fit in?
Well, we're mainly focusing on just we don't want collectible jerseys, we don't want rare jerseys or signed jerseys because that's really expensive. We don't want to be in charge of that. We just want mainly just normal jerseys that you could probably buy in NFL shop or NHL shop. But what's going to happen is if you have an older jersey that's not in the best condition, we'll decrease the price and then it actually gets rented out a few times so you still get money from it. Because we still have a little bit of space in between the $50 of cogs and the $35 that we're charging it for a bit of
What if
variance.
everybody's demanding the supply-demand model? Everybody's demanding a Rizzo jersey because he's hot right now. And people are kind of Cutler, not so much.
Yeah.
How are you pricing that?
Yeah, you have to address that, because the Cubs are doing it now. Their ticket prices aren't the same for each game. It depends on who's coming in, so they'll sell you a ticket for a lot more. Have you looked at that at all?
$3.
So have you looked at supply and demand to be able to address your costs?
Our supply and demand is probably going to be we're gonna look into that and see like what's the most popular of like jersey that people are buying right now off like NFL Shop or an NHL Shop, and we're gonna apply that same model to ours. But if also we get like a jersey, like a Jay Cutler jersey, it's like we're not gonna charge the $35 for it. He's not really that big a hot of a player, so we'll just decrease that price so it still gets rented out. So it's basically on the popularity of a player is how we're gonna price this
Could be
out.
your free loss leader.
How did you, what type of evidence did you have that caused you to target the female market? Quantify that for us in your MVP. You said hey, we learned that women would like to rent more than men.
Through customer interviews and problem interviews, we found that most women were more willing to rent out jerseys because they were less likely to actually have the jerseys. So,
Okay, and how many problem interviews?
We had just over 100, and male, female percentages. I think 40% were female and 60% were male.
Was that evidence further substantiated with the 50 people that went to your website and said, I want to order a jersey? Did you have a gender mix on that?
Through our Google Analytics, there was, I looked into it to see if we could find a gender like thing, but there was no gender like provided by Google Analytics.
What are you thinking there, Michael?
Well, I think it's interesting, and I think it's probably right. I'm just wondering if only one girl told you this and therefore you pivoted, or you had a lot of evidence around it.
Yeah, I think that there's going to be a lot more interest with females. If you look at my house, my ladies at my house have 3 of every color, right? So there's an orange Bears jersey, and there's a black one, and there's a white one, and there's a blue one, and they want them all. I just want the blue one, and by the way, theirs have to match the shoes. So, that's important because it's to Michael's point, you're trying to find out where that opportunity lies, and apparently what you're saying is it's a temporary opportunity for ladies. Is that fair?
Google
Yeah.
Analytics has gender, you might be able to check that out. In
Okay.
the demographics, there is a genders tab, so maybe you could get that info.
Yeah, I looked at it and it didn't pop up, so
Okay,
I was really curious because everything else popped up fine.
okay.
Your price point, I remember from the MVP pitch, was higher.
it was at $40, yeah.
It was 40,
Um,
and you went to 35. And the other thing you did to soften the blow was to say it's for a week, so you can play the game of, gosh, you can use it multiple times during the week.
Yeah.
Did you experiment with any other duration, like there's a bunch of there's a rent-a-watch company,
Yeah.
and you get to keep the watch forever. It's a subscription model, like pay us X dollars per month and you can always have one of our jerseys. And you can turn it back in and get a different jersey if
Yeah.
you want. But did you?
We were thinking about a subscription service, but it seemed like a lot of logistics, shipping jerseys back and forth all the time, and people holding onto jerseys for any period of time they like. It was, we'd have to look into that later in later years.
It's something that I really think you should explore, because this is a transaction business that's going to be really hard to grow. You have you have to work for every single transaction. And if you have a subscription model where you say, gosh, you can always keep one of our jerseys, and the cool part is when you can turn it back in and just always have one, it's just $10 a month, or
Easily.
Something like that?
You could have the different fan levels, the Ultimate Chicago fan, so every sports season, you're swapping them out.
Yeah, the only
Yeah.
issue we found with that is because we're borrowing people's jerseys, they're only going to want us to hold on to their jersey for like a 3-month period. So we were thinking if we actually did that subscription model, like if we just send them a jersey and they could just send it back and there'll be transactions like that. The only thing is somebody might hold on to this jersey for more than that time allotted, so then the jersey owner won't get their jersey
Well,
back.
that's all true if I'm giving you my jersey to rent that I'm also using. But if your thesis in the beginning was, hey, give us your old jerseys that you're not using anymore and monetize them. So that's a totally different story. But anyway, it's something you can probably experiment with a little bit.